లక్షణాలు కనపడని కోవిడ్ పాజిటివ్ కేసులు ప్రపంచ దేశాలతో పోలిస్తే భారత్లోనే అత్యధికం అంటున్నారు సీసీఎంబీ డైరెక్టర్ రాకేష్ మిశ్రా. అసిమ్టమాటిక్ కేసుల్లో ఎక్కువ మందికి ఎటువంటి చికిత్స అవసరం లేకున్నా కోలుకుంటారని, కానీ వైరస్ సంక్రమణ వీరి ద్వారా ఎక్కువగా జరిగే ప్రమాదమని ఆయన పేర్కొన్నారు. ఇందుకు వీలైనంత ఎక్కువ సంఖ్యలో పరీక్షలు చేసి వైరస్ బాధితులను ఐసోలేట్ చేయడం ద్వారానే కరోనా వ్యాప్తికి అడ్డుకట్ట వేయొచ్చని సూచిస్తున్నారు. దేశవ్యాప్తంగా కేసుల్లో వ్యత్యాసానికి కూడా పరీక్షలు పూర్తి సామర్థ్యంతో చేయకపోవడమే అని తెలిపారు. సీసీఎంబీలో కరోనా వైరస్ పై జరుగుతోన్న పరిశోధనలు, లాక్డౌన్ సడలింపుల నేపథ్యంలో ప్రజలు తీసుకోవాల్సిన జాగ్రత్తలపై సీసీఎంబీ డైరెక్టర్ రాకేష్ మిశ్రా ఈటీవీకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రత్యేక ఇంటర్వ్యూలో పలు సూచనలు చేశారు.
ఇటు రాష్ట్రంలోనూ అటు దేశంలోనూ కరోనా కేసుల సంఖ్య వేగంగా పెరుగుతోంది. ముఖ్యంగా రోజుకు 6,000 పైచిలకు కేసులు దేశవ్యాప్తంగా నమోదవుతుండడం, మరో 2-3 నెలల్లో కరోనా ఉధృతి వేగంగా ఉంటుందనే అధ్యయనాలు కలవరపెడుతున్నాయి. ఈ నేపథ్యంలో కరోనా వ్యాప్తి మరియు కట్టడికి సంబంధించి మనతో మరిన్ని విషయాలు పంచుకునేందుకు సీసీఎంబీ డైరెక్టర్ రాకేష్ మిశ్రా గారు ఉన్నారు. సార్, హలో సార్. సార్, యాజ్ వి సీ, సో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ కేసెస్ ఆల్ ఓవర్ ద కంట్రీ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ డే by day. But if we observe, the spread of the virus all over the country is not alike. 87% of the cases within the 10 states only. So why it is? Because
there are several reasons for that. The infection will depend upon whether infected people have gone nearby and they have spread the infection. More important than that is, you will know only if you test. If villages you don't test, you will not know. Maybe there is no case, maybe there is a case. So there are two factors: how much of travel, how much of social contacting, and how much of people coming from different places who carry the infection they have gone. And once they go, then it is person to person it spreads. So that is the reason. So it will not be uniform. So it is expected that big cities where there is a big traffic, metro trains, city buses, there the infection will be more, which is the case. But having said that, this also means that how much you are testing. This infection has a peculiarity that most of the cases are asymptomatic. So we will not know unless you go and test in a large scale how many people are infected. So that is one other major issue. We don't know exactly the correct number. Only when we test, we are saying that here are more people, there are more people. Other places, if they are not tested, they don't have symptoms, we do not know whether they are infections or not. Death rate may be even less because we are testing less, but those who fall sick, they will come to hospital, and those who die, they will be counted. We are assuming that the death count is correct, which is there every reason to believe that is correct. So which means that 3% we are saying based on the number of infection that we know and we have tested. If we test more, maybe there are large number of cases that are infected, but death will remain the same because that we are knowing the correct thing. So maybe death rate is less, which is a good thing because the virus is not that bad in the sense it doesn't kill so many people, although it infects very large number. So in that large number, significant proportion is asymptomatic. Those who are symptomatic, they get milder versions, and those who need hospital assistance, they recover most of the time. And 2-3% based on the current numbers are the people who have comorbidities, and that's how they succumb to it. So that is a good thing, but we have to keep that number small so that you can provide assistance to the people who need. If there are large number of people start going to hospital in one day, we'll have problems.
okay, if vaccination takes some more time, if the spread of the virus like this, so what would be the upcoming scenario within 2 to 3 months?
There is no question of vaccine in next 2-3 months or even 6 months. It's very, very difficult. 3 months you can forget. There is no vaccine, no drug, nothing. We have to deal with the virus with whatever we know. The virus will come out when you are talking, when you are breathing, sneezing, coughing, and that will be floating around for some time, and that you inhale and it's a problem. So if you wear mask, you are taking care of this. And if the droplets of virus containing settle down on surface, you touch that, it comes in a hand also. So you should make sure that you are not touching many things and you wash your hands properly. So this is something that we can do. What we can do also more effectively is that if we test large number, then we know that who are the people who are infected. keep them in isolation for 2 weeks, and then we can very drastically reduce the spread. Otherwise, asymptomatic people will keep spreading, we will keep wearing masks, we'll keep doing this, but this will continue to spread for quite some time. So it depends on how much we test and how well we isolate infected people. Depending on that, we are going to control the cases in coming months. Otherwise, in any case, in month or so, we are going to see many-fold increase in the cases. So situation is going to be worse. But one good thing is that it has given us, this lockdown has given us a time because of the slow rise of the infected numbers. So hospitals are better prepared, country is better prepared. So we'll probably not face the disaster which otherwise we would have faced if there was no lockdown and lots of people got infected very quickly.
The lockdown prevents the local transmission of the virus.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Lockdown is a very, very important thing. It's just that it is very inconvenient and socially it's not feasible. Economically, it's not feasible for a long time. But if you limit the number of people traveling, no people coming outside with flights, you save a lot of people from getting exposed to the infection. So that is very important. But as we know that we cannot exist with lockdown for a long time, so we have to adopt new methods of keeping continuously wearing masks and keeping personal hygiene, social distancing. That is going to be the key thing. What government can do is to test large number and identify who doesn't need to mix with in common activities, who can be isolated. So that will be great help. So lockdown is not a practical solution for a long time. It can be there for 1 month, 2 months, but I think even already we are feeling a problem with that. So lockdown has to be eased. Lockdown will not be possible. It will be limited. It has helped. I think it has helped a lot. It has given us this much time without major disaster in any part except maybe Mumbai. It has given us time. But now we should use that time and practice these few things. And if government backs up with large number of testing, we'll be able to manage this.
What are the latest development of CCMB in research of COVID-19?
We are doing several things in past 2 months since we are testing. So one thing is we are testing, we are improving methods of testing, and hopefully if things go as we are seeing in our labs, in coming weeks we will make the test available faster, at least half the time it will take doing the new ways of testing. It will be cheaper, it will be at least 30-40% cheaper than current test, and maybe we'll go even more and test very large number like 10,000, 20,000 or even more if things work the way we are planning with other industry partners. So the one is testing, there is a scope to improve and there is a requirement, so we are working on that. We are also producing virus in the lab in a cell culture system. So the large amount of virus is very useful for our studies, and this is also used for making vaccines. So we are interacting with the companies, we will share with them, work with them, and have the inactivated virus as a vaccine option. And we are also using this virus to raise antibodies as a COVID-19 antidotes. So Hyderabad based company, we have already begun this work. And we are also testing drugs. So when you have cell culture, when virus is growing, then actually you can add a compound, add a drug, and if virus doesn't grow, that means that drug is anti-COVID drug. So it becomes very nice, fast in vitro system. We are interacting with many industrial partners, companies, government organizations, CSIR, DRDO. Many people have come with the interesting ideas, and we are testing those compounds in the lab, and they are encouraging interesting results coming out of that.
What kind of change you have observed in the genomic structure of coronavirus?
So the genome sequencing of the corona is one thing which we are doing in a very active way. We have sequenced now more than 100 isolates of the virus, largely from the Telangana state, some from Tamil Nadu and few from Maharashtra, which we got from National Institute of Virology. And what we see is that we have at least in the early stages of infection, we have a peculiar or unique kind of isolate which is not there in Gujarat or Maharashtra and very little in other parts of the country, and looks like this virus has come from Singapore, Philippines, Indonesia, from this region. So there is a connect with that, And this isolate is not common, it's not there in Europe at all, it's not in the America. So which means at least early stages we have a unique isolate. Whether that unique isolate means less infectivity, more infectivity and all, those are the things we are working out. But rest of the India, there is an isolate which is dominant, which we call as A2A, which is a European isolate. And so our infection has come initially from the China and then from the Europe. Very little as far as we see right now from the Americas. So these are the things we can trace now, how the virus has come, how it is traveling from which city to which city when we sequence large number. So it is very, very helpful because now we know that from where this, the infection is traveling. So if you know the path, then you can break the path and then stop the thing. And of course, we want to correlate if there is a relationship between the virus sequence and the disease severity. We have noticed by many observations in India, the number of asymptomatic cases is much, much more than anywhere else in the world. Is it because the virus is different or we are different as a people? So those are the interesting questions we are addressing now.
So is the asymptomatic people will recover without any treatment, or do they need any health assistance?
Asymptomatic means there is no symptom at all. So unless you test, you will not even know. So there is no question of treatment for them. Even if you are tested, you are corona positive, but there is no symptom, you don't have to do anything. Just isolate yourself, you will recover. There is no reason to worry about that. That's what asymptomatic means. No treatment required.
Yeah, as per the study said that 80% of the people are asymptomatic and they don't need to go for a health treatment. The virus and the contamination only happens. So what do you feel?
Yes. That is exactly what it is. So up to 80% of the people who are asymptomatic, nothing will happen to them. They will become virus free after 2-3 weeks. But what they are doing is they are spreading the virus to others. So asymptomatic, we do not know whether your genes are responsible, or the environment is responsible, or the virus is responsible. But we know that susceptible people are the aged people or people with other health conditions. So large number of people who are young in India, average age is very low, and that's one of the reasons why we have so many asymptomatic people and less death rate. But if a large number of young people are infected, they are carrying the virus. They will not know even that they are carrying the virus. They will go and infect the people in home or in other neighbors or somewhere, elderly people or people who are going through serious treatment. And that is the risk. It's a hidden enemy which is crawling everywhere, and unless we stop, it may find a weak person and hit hard. So that is the issue that we need to address.
Okay. Sir, the state and the country and all the sectors are in a revival mode. If the lockdown lifts, how the public should protect themselves from this pandemic?
This is very pertinent, important question. Lockdown has to be eased, if not lifted completely. We know the cases are increasing, so we are having the situation that disease is quite there. So what we can do is that I will also like to say that there is no vaccine, there is no drug, right? So the situation conditions are clear. So what we can do, we should try to interact less closely to people. All the time wear mask when we come out of the house, and when you go back to your home and then you wash your hand, remove your mask. You can use a cloth mask. They will protect you to 80-90%. If both people are wearing mask, then it's almost full protection. And as I said, wash your hand nicely with the soap. Detergent, the disinfectants are good, but they are second choice, they are not the first choice. And keep social distancing. Don't stand in large rooms in gathering, because that is the worst case. That is where the maximum infection takes place. Even one person infected in a hall can infect 100 people. It's that much, is that fast infection, that efficient transmission of this virus. So don't stand in crowded places, particularly in close places. So this is what people should do. If they practice this discipline, we will take care of 70-80% of the situation. What government can do? So government can test in very large number. Keep testing as much as you can. Generate more capacity, make the test cheaper, involve the private sector, do everything possible so that you test maximum number. So when you know out of this area there are people, here there is a person, this individual, isolate those people just a matter of 2 weeks, 3 weeks. and then you can continuously keep reducing the chance of getting infected, and people are already taking care by earlier methods to getting infected themselves, so they are less susceptible. If we do practice these two things, we can very easily go the other side of the problem. If we don't do, then we will be having a situation where there will be a large number of people get infected. Even if 5% need hospitalization, that 5% will be tens of thousands, and we will have crisis because we will not be able to provide them medical assistance. So those who could be saved, they will not be saved because we have created crowd, right? So that's how we have to deal with it.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you.
లాక్డౌన్ కొనసాగించినా ఎత్తేసినా ప్రజలు తమ జాగ్రత్తలతో వారు ఉండాలని, ముఖ్యంగా మాస్కులు వాడటం, భౌతిక దూరం పాటించడం వంటి కోవిడ్-19కి సంబంధించిన తగు నియమాలను పాటించి ముందుకు సాగాలని చెప్పేసి CCMB డైరెక్టర్ రాకేష్ మిశ్రా గారు చెప్తున్నారు. కెమెరామెన్ రమేష్తో ప్రవీణ్ కుమార్, ఈటీవీ న్యూస్, హైదరాబాద్.